Hello, I'm HQ of HQ Reacts. If you find yourself here and you're not subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe. If you find me on other social media platforms, please follow me, like, share, and subscribe. We are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So, you can catch me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Well, hey. We are out here today after the passage of the big, beautiful bill, right? Which includes a lot of deep cuts to programs like Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP, our rural hospitals and healthcare will suffer at the cutting room floor because of this bill. All because the wealthy and corporations and politically powerful interest groups wanted to get one over on the poor, the handicapped, seniors in rural communities. I mean, it seems like it's a broader push to get rid of our safety net programs. And I get it. A lot of people always say, hey, we got to get these lazy ass ninjas up off these programs. But they used these programs to offset tax breaks for the wealthy and reduce federal spending. I don't know which one it was, but it directly benefits the wealthy, right? And any person that is an average everyday Joe Blow should be upset about this tax cut, this tax break. Only somebody maniacal who's poor would say this is okay, right? That says this is okay. Now, we're just going to run through and let everybody know what did I mean by Republicans cut Medicaid for old people? What did I mean by that? Right? So, the big, beautiful bill cuts billions of dollars of funding to hospitals and nursing homes. And it's going to have serious consequences for the elderly, especially those who rely on Medicare and Medicaid to afford nursing home living. And in plain, very, very plain English, I'll explain. The elderly adults are among the most who use health care. Many live on fixed income, Social Security, small pensions, and maybe savings itself. When funding for hospitals and nursing homes get cut, these facilities may be forced to reduce staff, may be forced to close, may be forced to limit their services. That means longer wait times for the elderly, lower quality in healthcare for the elderly, fewer options and places to go to get treatment for the elderly, especially those that don't have money who rely on a fixed income every month, right? It will hit hardest, particularly because it's been the main payer to nursing homes and things like that. It will hit the hardest in terms of long-term facilities and nursing homes and rural hospitals, Without it, many elderly people will not be able to stay in these facilities, and they have to rely on daily help from someone. So that help will be family members who help them to bathe, eat, and take medication. Hence my thumbnail saying, Grandma will be coming to live with you. Because people have to understand, all elderly people get a fixed income. And if they're regulated to a nursing home or hospice care, and those things are cut from the budget, that means someone has to take care of that elderly person. That elderly person doesn't have a nursing home. So that elderly person has to go somewhere. Where does that elderly person go? When nursing homes lose the funding, and they're going to lose the funding because they passed the bill, I want to say maybe an hour or two ago, they passed that bill. The adult children will be forced to take care of their parents, their grandparents. They'd have to quit their job, maybe, work midnight shifts, maybe, all to care for aging parents at home because there's nowhere else for those aging parents or grandparents to go. That not necessarily, not only is this an emotional drain on young people and finances, financial stress for sure. It's going to be unsafe conditions with adults who are elderly living at home. Unless you don't care about your grandmother and your mother, they're probably going to live with you. If you cannot afford, and I know for a fact that if something happens to an elderly person and they have to go to a rehabilitation place, they have to go to a nursing home, their money, whatever monies they get from Social Security, will have to go to pay for that housing. And the rest is supposed to be paid by Medicaid and Medicare. And if they cut those funds off, that person won't be able to stay in the medical facility. Okay. And most people are not rich, so they cannot afford to have someone in the nursing home and them paying $500-$600 a month for a nursing home. Okay. Lower income, poor people will be impacted first. They will be impacted first for the burden of taking care of families who cannot afford private insurance, private in-home care, high-end facilities, nursing homes. Okay, what used to be called nursing aides, which provided 24/7 support, they ain't going to be able to do that. You got a mentally ill grandma, mentally ill mother, mentally ill brother, cousin, handicapped. They all coming to live with you. And people keep saying, oh, no, that ain't going to happen. I know for a fact right now, people going to get relatives that can't afford to live in hospice care, can't afford to live in nursing homes because they don't have the money. Because they don't have the medical hospitals and places where their family lives, so they have to bring them to their home, which means they're going to have to change their shift in order for them to take care of that person, that mother. When nursing homes lose money, families they get broke off for real. People end up quitting their job, reduced hours, changing their shifts, all of these things. I know Plenty of people, and it's mostly poor people that run into this problem. So now you're getting to understand when they cut Medicaid, Medicare, when they cut those programs, the poor people are the most affected. See, people don't understand when they say cut Medicare and Medicaid, they seem to think that it's just bum Keisha that gets affected. No, it's not bum Keisha that gets affected. It's the level of people above bum Keisha, right above bum Keisha. Bum Keisha can't afford shit. It's the people that are working. It's the working poor and the halfway, the middle to lower income people that get broke off by the killing of Medicaid and Medicare. It's not bum Keisha. Bum Keisha gonna get Medicaid, Medicare regardless because she's young. She's young. She's healthy. She can take care of herself. She can go without medical insurance. She can go without Medicaid. She can go out there and get them that money for food stamp, for food. She can go out there and do all that. It's the people that are right above her. These are the people that Medicaid and Medicare and SNAP affect. The elderly, the people right above that have disabilities, the people right up there above Bum Keisha. Bum Keisha gonna be straight. It's the people above them. Them the people that you all call lazy. They ain't lazy. They need to have Medicare. They're mentally ill. They're elderly. They're handicapped. They're disabled. Those are the people that get affected. Bum Keisha down here don't get affected. She can go out there and get money. She can go out there and find something. She can do something. These other people can't. Wow. Rural communities, they're gonna be broke off really bad. These far out and away places, rural hospitals and nursing homes, they already have tight margins, tight budgets. Sometimes I was explaining to Black America a couple days ago. These facilities, there may be miles and miles away from a hospital. Federal cuts could mean closing those places, forcing the elderly family to take the elderly here, there, and everywhere. You can't go nowhere without the elderly person. The person got to go with you. Transportation is they live in the mountains, they live in the valleys, they live in places that you can't get out of. Don't have no health care, don't have no health workers to get wherever they need to go. Local hospitals shut down, they downsize, half the hospital downsize. And they have the hospital running and they only give certain services, and senior citizens daily therapy is cut out. If a local hospital downsizes or the ER shuts down because they don't have federal Medicaid and Medicare, older people who have strokes, heart attacks, falls, cutting Medicaid and SNAP don't hurt Bum Keisha. It hurts the elderly, the disabled, the old, the ones that are helpless. If the nursing home is the only place in a rural town, they don't even have a hospital. If that's the only place in a rural town and federal money is the only money they get, they gotta move. They gotta move. They gotta try to find some place where grandma can get help. They just can't stay there. Okay. Old people already feel isolated, afraid, abandoned, like don't nobody care about them. Now they really don't nobody really give a damn about you. Now you ain't got no money. You can't stay in this facility. You can't come up in here. You ain't got no money. There's a human toll when you cut Medicaid, food stamps, and Medicare. Okay. And this right here, what every person that I spoke to about this, well, they got to get their lazy ass off of food stamps. They got to get their lazy ass off of Medicaid. My tax dollars is paying for them. It's called trimming the fat, government fat. And now they done trimmed a whole bunch of people that are going to be taking dirt naps. This is a surefire way to make sure old people take dirt naps. Okay. There are no backup options for these elderly people. You, as a person who has an elderly mother, father, or grandmother, they're going to have to come live with you. Unless you make buku money and you can afford it for them to stay in a nursing home and pay cash. Because most nursing home facilities are supplemented by Medicaid, Medicare, federal government, at least 75%. And then their money, the elderly person's money, goes directly to that nursing home to help cut some of them costs. Okay. It's not about money, it's about human consequences. The government might say they're saving money on paper, but those cuts create bigger problems in our society. Okay. Yes, it's not. We don't have. It's not a matter of seeing if they're going to affect. They're going to get affected. You keep thinking Black America is not going to be affected. They're going to be affected. I guarantee you. If you look at, if you go and ask your sister or your mother, whoever is in charge of your your grandmother's, your mother's finances, what kind of money do mom get? Does she get enough money to pay for herself in a nursing home? Medicaid and Medicare are paid by the government, and the government supplements that. And most of the times when people got to come and live with you because they're old and they can't live in a nursing home, is because they don't make enough money, because the government don't pay for it. They don't make enough money. You don't make enough money to pay for them to stay in a nursing home. So they got to come home and live with your sister. They got to come home and live with your brother. Okay. Families got to pay out of pocket for long-term care. That might be like $80,000, $90,000 a year. Who got that? You got to drain all your finances, sell the house, sell the car, do all this stuff to pay for your aging parents. You're gonna be paying for. They come and live with you. Oh shit! Hold on. What the hell is that? Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. All the hell way over there. So I'm saying families got to pay out of pocket. Some of y'all don't make enough money. Most people don't make enough money to pay for a nursing home and their own lifestyle. Why do you think older people come and live with their family? They come live with their family because they don't have enough money to pay for anything, pay for housing and nursing. Okay. Those are just poor people, right? Now that Medicaid has been cut, Medicare has been cut out of this budget, $884 billion worth of cuts, like 80 some million over the whole 1 year. A lot of people going to be living with grandma and grandpa. You ain't lived until you gave an old lady a bath or old man a bath or wiped their ass because they live with you at your house. Okay. They've been wanting to do this for decades. You're right, Kevin H. For decades. And we just handed them we just handed it to them. Thank you, TJ, Through the Fire podcast. Thank you. Thank you. See, the elderly and disabled is catching strays, causing too many lazy people abuse. Right. The elderly, they catching them strays for real. Because, like I said, TJ, Bum Keisha can take care of her goddamn self. She ain't affected by not getting no food. So she ain't affected by that. She gonna get her money. She gonna go out there and hustle and make her money. Whether she gonna sell ass, whatever she gonna do, she gonna be okay. But can't no old lady go out there and do that. Can't no old lady go out there and hustle and get money for food. Old lady can't hustle and make enough money to pay for that nursing home. Old people catching strays. I get it. Nobody wanted to pay for Bum Keisha lifestyle. Bum Keisha sitting up on food stamps. She got 7, 8 kids. No, you don't take out grandma because Bum Keisha doing the wrong thing. What you do is you target Bum Keisha. You don't target everybody. And the people that are going to be most hurt is the elderly people. I mean, I was just sitting there thinking about that today. I was like, what? What? Y'all, what? Seriously? People gonna have to drain their retirement. That's why elderly come and live with people, because they can't afford nursing homes. Those people already got grandma in the house. It's the next level of people who I got job, like people a little bit younger than me, maybe some young kids. They got to take care of grandma and grandpa, because grandma and grandpa can't afford a nursing home. Now that's supplemented. I ain't paying no money out of my pocket right now. Grandma and grandpa in the nursing home. Well, them cuts went through, the Medicaid, Medicare cuts went through. Now grandma and grandpa can only afford to pay 75%. Medicaid just cut all of that off. So who you think they're gonna come live with? That shit is okay when you're talking about Bum Keisha, but we ain't talking about Bum Keisha. The elderly is going to be the most affected, and people are going to lose their lives behind this cut to Medicare, and they know it. That's why they were afraid to sign the bill. That's why they're hesitant. If you go back and look at all them Republicans, they don't want to do that because they know you are sentencing elderly people to dirt naps. Adult people gonna have to quit their job, become caregivers to their grandma, to their mama. They're gonna lose money, retirement benefits, all that is affected. You're gonna drain the finances, you're gonna drain the savings. When older people lose coverage, they don't just stop needing to go to the fucking doctor. They don't just stop needing Medicaid. Do you understand, by cutting Medicare and Medicaid, the medication is going to be cut off, and you're going to have to come out your pocket with monies for Medicaid, medicine for grandma. Grandma going to be so upset. Grandma ain't even going to know, or mama ain't even going to know that they be paying out of their pocket. If they don't have Medicare, they don't know they paying $750 a month for Medicare, for Medicaid. But even if they take 5 medications and they pay and Medicaid pay for all 5, if Medicaid pulls back 25%, that's like $300 a month. Do grandma got extra $300? Do you got extra $300? All that supplemental stuff, subsidized stuff. Oh, we go to Walmart, and Walmart you pay $4 for prescriptions at Walmart. That shit gonna go way up, straight through the goddamn roof. Okay. Okay. You mean to tell me that y'all don't know how to work? Get your own future? I really don't know what you're talking about. Sold out their children's future. I really don't know what you're talking about. This bill sells out you all's future by the tune of $4 trillion. For $4 trillion. Okay, I got it. My grandma gets $840 a month from the government, and I got to kick in an extra $1,200 a month so she can stay in her own apartment. See, this is the expense. I'm the only working person in my family, and I work 88 hours a week because of this. Yes, TJ, just imagine, just imagine other people who got family like that, who got to do the same thing. But they don't have no $1,200 a month. They don't have that. Hold on. It done got wonky up in here. Okay. Yeah. They don't, but you make that expense, TJ. I know if my parents were here, I know I couldn't be able to afford to pay for them. They'd have to move in here with me. They would have to move in here with me. But you got her because why is it because she wants to live on her own, right? She wants to live on her own. So you pay $1,200 a month extra. Could you imagine? Because other people, we wanted to punish Bum Keisha. Well, you can't be doing. You got to think about that. These are the things we got to think about. What did we do? What did people do when they voted to have this big bill come into play? The whole healthcare system is going to start bulging. The whole healthcare system is going to start running aground. The death rates are going to rise in the elderly. Elderly's health is going to go worse. Medicaid and Medicare are lifelines. I know that's a real story, right? My mother had to go into a nursing home, and thank goodness my parents had money, but she had to go into a nursing home. That was a lot of money. We didn't have to come out our pocket with no money. My mother had, my father left my mother with, good money, but she had her own money, right? Because when AT&T split into my bail and all that, my mother, she became real rich because of that. So we didn't have to, we weren't hurting, right? But that's not the normal everyday family. The elderly there's going to be some deaths because of this. Okay. I mean, you have to think about the impact of closing nursing homes that rely heavily on Medicaid. More than 65% get Medicaid. So if a nursing home gets 70% of their money from Medicaid and 30% from the residents, then that 70% of Medicaid gets cut down to 50%. That means a quarter of the people that are there can't be there anymore. They can't be there anymore. We don't know the impact of you cutting nursing. It wasn't enough money right now. It wasn't enough money now to pay for the elderly. We're gonna have homeless people, people gonna be stuck in jails, institutionalized, city, states. They're gonna have to pick up. They're gonna try to pick up the slack. That's why I wrote the thumbnail. People, grandma gonna have to come live with you. If you give a damn about grandma, if you give a damn about mama, they're gonna have to come live with you. It don't. Medicaid and Medicare does not shrink the government. It shrinks the safety net for the older people. Like I was explaining, Bum Keisha is down here. Okay. Bum Keisha gonna get it. It's the level that's right above her. Grandma, grandpa, disabled, elderly, mentally ill. It's them that's gonna get broke off. It's them that's gonna get broke off. It's scary. It's scary. It would just break my heart if I woke up and I saw an elderly person walking the street. I swear to God, when I see veterans walking the street, it breaks my heart. I don't care. I don't care. This is wrong. Okay. I mean, it shrinks the safety net of the elderly people. It shifts the burden onto people who are already poor, who are already paying for higher gas, higher food, higher everything. We already have a shitty healthcare system already. So we're going to have more illness, more poverty, more death. It's like tearing up the fire department to save money until your house eventually will catch on fire. That's what it's like. That's what it's going to be like. And we're going to be sitting here front and center. We all are going to be sitting here front and center to watch that happen. Okay. Great. We want to get Bum Keisha off of it, but not at the expense of grandma, grandpa, mentally ill, the disabled, not at their expense. There's nothing like seeing a homeless veteran on the street. I can't be okay with that. I don't know about nobody. I cannot be okay with that. So here we are. And God only knows what the real impact of this bill is going to be for the elderly and the handicapped. I didn't vote for this. I knew it was coming this way. I knew it would be coming this way. But I'm saying I knew it was going to be coming this way. Remember over on SBC channel, I kept saying, please don't vote for this man. This man is going to hurt our country. In one way or the other, it's going to hurt our country. Smoke your eyes in. You wild. I don't know what the solution is, Ty Pro. Only thing I can think of is the people who voted for this bill. I believe we need to get rid of all the old people in the Senate and the House. I think we need to get rid of all of them. We need some fresh people in there who can come up with some good ideas, who know how to save Social Security, who know how to save Medicaid, who knows how to save the government money, who knows how to pay our debt. I think we need young people with young blood who got powerful minds, who know how to do, who not gonna do the old things. Go into the government and reform. There's some smart damn people on this planet. Tell me I'm lying. There's some smart young people on this planet who will transform this country into what it needs to be. Pay our debt. Make sure we're not throwing out the old people. Make sure we don't have too much of an army. We don't start no wars. We know how to keep people out of our country. We, by building the borders, by doing all of those things. Clyburn is dead. He's not there anymore. What do you mean? No, you're right. You should not be goddamn 65. You should no, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can only have 3 or 4 terms. I would make a law just like that. You can only have 4 terms. I thought that man was dead. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You can only have 4 terms. That means you can only work 20 years, 25 years in the Senate or in the House. That's it. So you can't be over the age of 60 when you run. You got to be less than 60 years old. Okay? Because we need some young people in there who are smart, who are determined, who wants to do the best thing for this country. Okay. 3 terms, 2 terms, something that makes sense. But these old folks that's 85, 80, 65, 70, no, y'all need to get the hell on. Okay. Y'all need to get the hell on, because you trying to do the old way of stuff. Y'all think you don't think we could have paid that debt off? We got some smart damn people in this. We got smart damn people in this country that could get that damn $1 trillion debt paid off without us raising the debt ceiling all the time, without us cutting Medicare and Social Security. We got smart people that can figure out how to pay that debt off. That we just do. We got plenty. You should see the way some countries live, and they got all the things that we want to have, and we ain't smart enough to figure it out. We got some of the smartest damn people walking this planet, and we can't figure out how to pay our debt off. We can't figure out how everybody can have health insurance. We can't figure out how to open up facilities where people who are homeless veterans can go. We can't figure out, and without having to pay for it. No. We got to do something. It's got to change. Donald Trump is trying to take us back somewhere where we ain't trying to go. This country has immigrants in it, black, white, you name it. Put them motherfuckers to work for us. Put them to work for us. Not for us, but you know what I'm saying. You want to be here, you're going to have to pay X, Y, and Z. You're going to have to learn to do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. We need to know who the hell is in this country. We can't afford to have all of this craziness going on in this country all at one time. Too many things. We done started a war with some crazy Iranian dude. We need our place. We need more than what we got. We need smart people at the helm. We need help, because these people that are in Congress, Senate, they've been there too damn long. And we got to get rid of them. And the reason why I say we got to get rid of them is because every time they vote for a bill, they never want to do a bill that helps the poor people. It's always to help the rich people. They never want to do a bill that helps the poor people. And I ain't with the rich people just staying rich. Why we can't get no break? Why poor people can't get a break? Okay? This is my thought process. But y'all please share, like, subscribe if you like the content. We're going to be doing better content from here on out. We're going to be doing these kind of lives, more reaction videos like this. So please like, subscribe. I appreciate the likes coming in and out. I appreciate the super chats. TJ, thank you very much. Thank you for that. And I will see you guys later. I will be coming with another update, maybe regarding the big bill, maybe regarding something else, but it will be some kind of reaction today. And I appreciate you guys. Please. And thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you guys.